Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of the DAN Show, and welcome to my NFL Week 1 preview. Now, what I'm doing is there's a lot of channels out there that go ahead and talk the talk. Yeah, but I think this team will win. I think this team will win. How many of them actually put their money where their mouth is? Not only am I going to give you my two best picks for Week 1, I'm going to show you the bet slips. I'm going to show you the bet slips, and this is going to be a weekly deal. Now, I did this at the William Hill Sportsbook in Iowa. I drove up there over the weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to switch to going online or if I'm going to keep going back every weekend. I live about 30 minutes southwest of Kansas City, so it's a little over 2 hours to get there. Because I went ahead and did my over-unders for the year, check out that video. I'll put the link in the description below there. But I'm not sure I'm going to go back every weekend or not. The drive there was a lot of fun. Drive back, well, like any road trip, the drive back's never as much fun. So let's go ahead and let's start with my first pick for Week 1, and it's a good one. It's Thursday Night Football. And the Kansas City Chiefs playing against the Houston Texans. Traditionally, Week 1 is good for the unders. Traditionally, this season things are a little different with no preseason, so I'm not really sure how it's going to pan out, but if I'm correct, it opened up at like 56, 56 and a half. It's been dropping. I got 54 and a half, and I like the over. Now, one big reason why I like the over is that, let's say you're one of these conspiracy theorists. I am not one of them. But let's say you think that the NFL has an effect on point totals, win losses, anything like that. I am not a fan of these things, but let's just say you are. The NFL really wants an exciting game. They want a high-scoring game. There's no chance we're going to see another 10-3 season opener on Thursday night. Not this year. It's very important that this is a very exciting, and I think it's very important that this is a high-scoring game for the NFL. Now, keep in mind something. The Chiefs over the last 3 years, the season totals for the season openers, 42, 38, and 40. If you know nothing else about Andy Reid is gold for the season openers. However, when I went, it was at 10. Now, I went ahead and I checked, and you can get 9 some places, but that's a big point spread. If you watch my previous video, which I mentioned before, I liked Houston Texans over 7.5, and I've been talking about the Houston Texans winning the division. So each week, I'm going to go ahead and put a bet down. Now, normally I cap my weekly bets at 500. This is an exception. I got the Kansas City Chiefs for 300, and my bet slip's a little blurry here. Hopefully you can read it, but you can see over 54.5. You can see 300. You can see a negative 110. 300 will win me 272.70. And you know, the guy asked if I wanted to bet 330 instead, so it'd be an even number. I was like, no, I'm going to take the change. But I have my bets already set in stone when I arrive, and that's something I preach. This isn't a one-on-one betting video, so I'm not going to break down details of my strategy. I'm just giving you my predictions. I am going to come out with a strategy video later on. But that's my number one bet. It's Thursday night, so by the time I'm releasing this, you have a short time to get to your local casino. But if you can get over 54.5, go ahead and take it. That's a good number. I think this is going to be an extremely high-scoring game. My second bet, and this was the number one game I liked coming out of the shoe, and it opened up as the Raiders being a 1-point dog at Carolina. It's jumped all the way up to 2.5. That's where I got it at. You have a first-time NFL coach who's never coached as an NFL head coach before, defensive coordinators never coached in the NFL, the LSU offensive coordinator, now he was with the Saints, so he does have NFL experience. Basically, you have a college coaching staff coaching Carolina. I think this is going to be a complete dumpster fire. I'm very high on the Raiders, so I took 300 and I put it on the Raiders. And I got 2.5, which I would have loved to been able to get 1. It really jumped up fast. I didn't bother looking to see what you can get now, but I would recommend if you can get anything under 2 to go ahead and take it. Definitely don't take 3 or higher. I didn't really want to put 2.5 down, but I do think that the Raiders are going to win this game. I actually think that they're going to win this game big. I think the Carolina Panthers are really a complete work in progress. Keep in mind, they signed a coach to a 7-year deal, and they're kind of just building from scratch in Carolina. I think the Raiders, despite of they've gotten a lot of criticism, I actually expect them to push for a playoff spot. If you had put a gun to my head, will the Raiders make the playoffs? I think they will. So I got the Raiders in 2.5. And then finally, I took a 2-team parlay. I normally don't do this, but I really like both these bets quite a bit. I'm actually tempted if I'd choose one over the other. I really like the Chiefs and 54.5 over better, but you see I got 2-game parlay. My camera is a little blurry here. I got to do this here. I don't know. There it is. 100 to win 260. I got 2-team parlay. During the course of the season, there's a chance I may do a 2 or 3-game parlay. I like both of these games. There was a possibility that I would have gone ahead and put more action on the Chiefs, but I didn't do it. There also was an online bet. If I went ahead and used the app, spend 50, I get an extra 50. Now there's a stipulation. I think you have to wait like 3 or 4 days or something like that. I did that last year, so I had an extra $50 in the account. The guy at Sportsbook, he didn't mention that. I should have looked. That's my mistake. So if you go ahead and you are going to the William Hill Sportsbook in Iowa, download the app, see what offers they have available, because you could have gotten an extra $50 just like I passed up. Hopefully you don't pass it up. Hey, listen, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed my week 1 previews. Lots of shows, talk to talk. I actually walk the walk. So you get to see, I bet $700 on week 1. You can see how I do throughout the season. I'll keep a running tally in my next video, because I'm going to release my week 2 video. I'm going to try to do it as quickly as possible for you. If I have action on Thursday night, I'll release it before Thursday night. If not, I may just wait till Friday. We'll have to wait and see how I feel, and I go from there. Don't forget, tomorrow, live stream, 7 p.m. Anything goes. I will see you tomorrow.